Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the advantage for the trade advantage and why vocational training is winning in the Midwest healthcare race. And in the Midwest here, jobs are hard to come by, but you can if you open your eyes or you allow to yourself to see beyond. You can see that you can as a what's the word I want to use. There's many things you can do in the healthcare field with a little bit of training, from a CNA to medication aid, phlebotomist, dialysis tech, pharmacy tech, and so on and so forth. You know, there are many ways you can do, while a college degree give you a broad foundation of learning. 100%. I still remember uh, things about I took like philosophy class 20 years ago. Still remember it, and it's great. That was a great experience. But when it comes to day-to-day job, when I look compared to, for example, uh, my my vocational training versus the college training I got, vocational training definitely take the cake, like it's the best when it comes to the trade, to the your actual day-to-day work. Vocational training make you job ready, as I say it here. uh, why is that? I've been thinking about this for a long time. And why is vocational training get you better? And I was looking back at it. I was thinking it's the quality of the teachers. One is better. And I think because the way the whole thing is set up, you get the quality and accountability of instructors. And why? Why is that? Because first, I think this is from my experience. I'll talk from my experience. Uh, the instructors are field tested. Maybe they are not PhDs, but they are field tested. They are people who are trained in that field, who passed the certification needed, who've been working in those fields for a long time, and they can give you stories from their experience will make it click in your brain. So they are really better. No, nowhere to hide. The second point I want to make is those schools are usually small with a specialized team. Usually you get like two maybe teachers, or maybe even maybe in some cases, just if it's like a small it's a small certificate, you might even get one. Most likely you get more than one, but like it will be really small team. And this vocational school itself want to maintain a good reputation, because you know and if the teacher is bad, the students will suffer. And that teacher, there is no place to hide for them. While in a big school, you can have a teacher that do really nothing. uh, they are like, even AI would teach better than them, and they will still keep their job. It have to be something big until that person get reprimanded. you know uh, Practical versus theoretical. This is maybe not 100% to do with the teacher, but it does. The actual way you study the stuff is practical. You're not spending like taking a semester talking about the history of medicine. You'll have like a page in your first unit, for example, talking about the history of the field which you are trying to master. So that is it. Everything is designed for hands-on. design or on making sure you pass the board, design that make sure you are a safe employee, future employee, because that go back to the school. So this is a completely different ball game, completely different form of education. I wish our college education learn from vocational education, because uh, I say as a person who went to both. I went to both routes, and I remember I work in a lab, and I remember, and that was many times I people coming fresh out of college, like lost, completely lost, no idea. They have to be retrained again, and if it depends where they land. They might land in place where they can't train them, and they had to let them go. So this is a very, very disservice that colleges often fall into, while vocational schools do very good. Uh, let's talk about the efficient path of training. It is usually in like fields like CNA, medication aid programs. You are really ready from 4 to 12 weeks. Those are really a couple of weeks, and you'll be done. But while it's in, if you go to like, let's say something more specialized, where you are like, it's usually still under a year, maybe a year at the most. Like, let's say if you want to be a pharmacy tech, or you want to be a sterilized technician, or you want to be some schools, some vocational schools, but very rare, they get you to the surgery tech, or you know dialysis is a little bit different. Usually you get that through your employer, but also you get a year, you know uh, and when you do that, you still done. While if the community college teach it, it's gonna make sure it's more than a year with full. They have to add other things to it, uh, you know other classes to it, because they want to milk it. Let's face it, even your state college or whatever, city or state college, they want to milk it. They are became a bureaucracy, and they want to milk it to make you take tuition, so they can, like, while for example, in the Midwest, for example, if you want to be a pharmacy tech through a reputable vocational school. I'm not talking about the online stuff. I'm talking about actual vocational schools. It will cost you, let's say, from 9,000 to 2,000, from $1,000 to $2,000, while in the cheapest community college will cost you seven. You know, and you have to take other stuff, and the program is bloated, and you probably can't work full time. While vocational school, you probably have hybrid, where you take many of the theoretical class online, and you go there, and you also have few classes in person plus your clinical, so you can actually manage it while working full time. You don't have to quit your job. I list here the payout. I actually need to fix it, but I list it here, and it's usually you are not gonna be a rich millionaire becoming going to a vocational school. But I will say this: when the average, this is the starting wage average, you know, is still better than a non-skilled worker. And most non-skilled work, also, I have to say this: most non-skilled jobs don't give you the full-time hours or give you any benefits, while if you go to a vocational school, usually you get full-time and benefit, and if you stay there, you're gonna make more. You know, you're gonna make a living wage, especially if you stay if in your new job for more than 6 months. You probably, no matter where you live in the Midwest at least, you will have a minimum a living wage. You know, for a single person, of course. But that is it. I list here in Nebraska, for example, I list one of the best vocational schools in Kansas and Missouri. We list two of them, Iowa, you know, and South Dakota. And that is it. I hope this will help someone who is interested in career change and interested in knowing how to get, you know, how to get better in life. You guys have a good day. Bye bye.